Hello and welcome to Spiritual Connections with JoandPatricia. The beautiful sacred peace pipe is a ceremonial pipe and is a particular type of smoking pipe used by a number of cultures of the indigenous people of the Americans in their sacred ceremonies. Traditionally, they used to offer prayers in a religious ceremony, to make a ceremonial commitment, or even to seal a covenant or a treaty. The peace pipe ceremonies may be a component of a larger ceremony or held as a sacred ceremony in and on itself. Indigenous people who use ceremonial pipes have names for them in each of their cultures' indigenous language, but not all cultures have the peace pipe traditions, and there is no single one word for all ceremonial pipes across the hundreds of diverse Native American languages. The members of the Women's Meditation Circle share their sacred pipe ceremony with you today. This was filmed at Unity of Sarasota in Florida, April 19th, 2024. Enjoy.
I also want to thank Unity, who graciously allows us to use the labyrinth. I don't know how many of you have been around as long as we have, but this labyrinth was done by Dorothy Ann Jackson probably almost 20 years ago, and many of us contributed to its creation. The peace bowls that you see in the four directions here were planted when we did the first Prism of Light back in 2008. If you look around, we are in a sacred grove. Notice all the oak trees, the pine trees, and all the other trees that surround this sacred labyrinth. They weren't as tall as this 20 years ago. But in preparing for tonight, Patricia and I were watching a California medium who was talking about the spirit of the trees, and specifically a sentinel redwood tree. And the sentinel redwoods are the oldest and the largest trees on the planet. This sentinel tree told the California medium that we were charged, we the trees were charged as the original sentinels, guardians, and protective spirits of all sentient beings on the planet, including humans. The redwood said, "We are connected through the underground physical network. We are connected through all the elements, air, fire, water, and earth. They live in collectives just like we do. They offer support to each other. They nurture the young seedlings. They protect larger life forms. And they keep track and they measure the qualities that humans project or don't. And last, they continue to hold a sacred alliance with the ancestors of those seedlings from the original source millions of years ago." Now, this was something we had not considered, and I thought it was important to bring it to your attention for tonight. The sentinel tree went on to say that the wood from the tree that has fallen, even when separated from the tree, also carries and holds that same ancestry and the physical and esoteric qualities in its DNA of the tree. I'm mentioning trees and wood because wood will feature prominently in tonight's meditation when it's used in the pipe ceremony and in the Reiki box. The 4 pipes together tonight are made of wood. Each one carries the same guardian qualities and the ancestral history of the tree that it came from. For example, Zan's pipe is made from purple heart wood. Its spiritual qualities are creative energies and healing. How appropriate. Patricia will do a blessing of the names that are entrusted to us for healing in the Reiki box. Now, this Reiki box is extremely sacred and special and unique. It was made by a 4th generation Italian artisan who specializes in a process called intarsia. It's a woodworking technique that uses different kinds of wood to create a design, usually quite intricate, in the box that they create. The artist was Luca Tramontano, and he used wood, listen to this, that came from his great-great-grandfather who harvested wood in the 1700s. The Reiki box that Patricia is holding was created using wood that his grandfather collected: cypress, poplar, olive, beech, and pine. Each piece of wood and that tree has a spiritual quality. Cypress is the wood of endurance and mourning, not mourning, mourning as in death. Poplar is the wood of memories of the dead. Pine is the wood of purification and of cleansing. Olive is the wood of abundance and victory. And beech, the white wood, is the wood of divination and of healing. So tonight, I call your attention to the grove we sit under and the qualities of these many woods that will enhance our gathering and this ceremony through the pipe and the Reiki box.
So I want you all to remember that you are healers. You are healers because you have the capacity to love. You have the capacity to care. So if you would hold your hands up, palms facing the Reiki box, and intend, simply intend, for all the needs that are requested in here to be met. And know that it will be done in the most benevolent way. Through the rays of the sun, through the waves of the air, through the all-pervading life in space. Purify and revivify us, we pray. Heal us, body, heart, and soul. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.